In this video, we will talk about the 2017 Women's March, how and why it happened, and what were the strategies that made the march successful. Starting with the general information about this event, including the official webpage, we will analyze the strategies used and the results it brought. We have come to know that the famous quote, "Those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it," by Winston Churchill is true. Inequality has been an issue fought for over centuries now. From slavery to today, people are still fighting for human rights. Even though we study these kind of events and they have an impact on how we treat people and the way we think, we still witness racial, gender, and religion inequality today in our society. On January 21st, 2017, about 500,000 people gathered on Washington in Washington, D.C. They've all joined the march regarding same issues. This Women's March was quite special because they were striving for not only one objective, but many objectives, varying from women's rights to natural environment, showing that there are still many problems to be solved in our society. Even though the objectives varied, many of them were aiming for equality, such as gender equality, as mentioned before, racial equality, freedom of religion, and LGBTQ rights. In order to achieve these significant goals, they planned a non-violent protest, raising awareness rather than using force. During the march, there were many celebrities and famous activists participating in the march. A number of them delivered meaningful speeches regarding their own concerns, but still giving similar messages regarding the objectives of the march.
A group of people created a webpage dedicated to this event that took place in Washington to encourage people to join them and to inform about the principles they should have in mind for doing so. These are the people in the Women's March Board and the national team of the 2017 Women's March, and they have been actively participating. Because of the inequality they all thought was happening, they aimed to the objectives mentioned before. The fear they had was that events such as African American children being beaten up by white policemen and general police brutality, as well as racial equality or gender inequality, would increase with the new government. Awareness of these kinds of issues were what made people join the march in the first place, protesting about how human rights are important and how inequality has to stop. According to the official webpage of the Women's March, with the new government, people were hurting, scared, and concerned with how things would change for them. They aimed to send a bold message to the new government and to the world that women's rights are human rights. Furthermore, their strategies were successful and effective to a certain extent, since the mission for the people that organized the march were aiming to work peacefully while recognizing there is no true peace without justice and equity for all.
This march was a great representation of the flaws in our current society. Even though these issues have been fought for in the past, they are still present today. And with more awareness and knowledge through this 2017 Women's March, many people around the world are contributing to the march regarding similar objectives. We cannot continue to avoid all these problems, and now, as it is already too late, we must solve these inequality issues and achieve true peace with justice and equity for all.